Alright, I picked up a new item today at Big Lots. You'll see here that I have a mini skillet. I have actually a couple skillets out here. I have 3 skillets, just to show you a little difference between what I have here. On the left, I have the One Egg Wonder that you have seen in a lot of my videos. In the center, I have my newest skillet that I picked up at Big Lots today. Very similar in all features to the One Egg Wonder. And on the right here, I have my Primus lid, just to show you a couple differences in skillets that you have options for out there on the trail. The One Egg Wonder that I use in a lot of my videos weighs in at 4.94 ounces. The Big Lots skillet weighs in at 4.65 ounces. And the Primus lid to my, I think it's a 1.9 liter pot, weighs in at 2.6 ounces. So you can see the lid obviously weighs in at the least amount. The surface space on all 3 is very similar in size. You can see it's about the same on all of them, so that's the same. The major difference between the Primus is that it has a very straight edge when it comes down, and the other ones are beveled edges. So plus these 2 have real handles, and this has a real handle, but a fold-up handle that is sturdy, but not 100%. So I wouldn't put a lot of weight on that, although we are camping in the woods and we're not cooking a whole lot, so that's a big difference. Now, I tend to use my squirrel cage stove to cook when I'm cooking with skillets. And just to give you an idea how that looks on there, I'm sure you've seen my One Egg Wonder on there many times. It balances rather nicely. You know, handle's not too heavy. It doesn't work on a tripod type stove like the Bongo Pro. It will be, it's offset it. This one, a little on the light side. It still balances nicely. And the Primus, a little on the light side as well, but balances nicely. The bottom of the pots, I know that you guys have seen the One Egg Wonder before, has a very unique swirl design on the bottom to help dissipate the heat across the entire pot, which with an alcohol stove, that's very nice because a lot of times with an alcohol stove you have a single burning flame, such as you would with the squirrel cage. On the Big Lots pot, which I haven't actually cooked with yet, so I'm going to do that tonight and see what we get as far as difference goes. You can see it's very clean. Has the exact same design as the One Egg Wonder. And then the Primus, I showed you the bottom of that earlier, just a flat bottom. So the major differences between the One Egg Wonder, I'm sorry, the Big Lots, and the One Egg Wonder is what I've noticed, and I'm trying to show you from an angle here, is that the handles are at different angles. Maybe I should show you inward instead of that way. You can see that the One Egg Wonder handle goes in an upward fashion, which is nice, and the Big Lots is just a flat out straight line. So I don't know which. I like the way the One Egg Wonder handle feels, and this one feels a little clunkier to me. You feel like you're tipping the skillet upward when you grab it. And maybe it's because I'm just used to using this one. So this is I would think you could actually bend this metal if you wanted to, but if you tried bending this, I don't know what would happen with these Teflon bolts in here, if that Teflon coating would crack when this is bent. They both have that same Teflon coating. I'm not sure what T-foil, which is the One Egg Wonder, uses for a Teflon coating, but this Big Lots one had a sticker in it that said it was a DuPont Teflon. So it is a brand name Teflon coating in here, DuPont Teflon. And this one, the next big difference, this is the huge difference, this skillet, the Big Lots, costed $4 exactly at Big Lots. Had a Big Lots $4 sticker on it. And this one, I think, was closer to $8. I don't have an exact number on that, but almost half the price for the exact same design. And you can see, I'm going to show you real quick here on top of each other, just to show you the size difference. There is none. They are identical in size, top to bottom. There is a slight size difference, and I only noticed this because I have a Mini Bull Design One Egg Wonder lid that's $12 from minibullddesign.com, I think it is. And on the One Egg Wonder, that thing fits snug as a bug in a rug. Yeah, I said it. I'm sorry. But on the Big Lots, it fits good. There's no air gap, but as I spin it around and look at the outside, I see that when trying to push it down, it doesn't fit that same tightness that it does in the One Egg Wonder. Now, it was made for the One Egg Wonder, so perfect job on that, but it's just not the same fit on this one. Just a hair off. So you're getting a little more space here. I'm not sure. You hold them up next to each other, they look exactly the same, but I guess the inner diameter is a little different. The One Egg Wonder was a little heavier, and maybe that just means it's a thicker gauge of steel here than there is on this one here. And obviously it doesn't fit on here at all. This one was, the Primus was, I don't know, 1/8 inch smaller around the edges here. So it's a smaller skillet too. Much lighter though, much easier to transport. So we're going to go ahead and stop the video. I'm going to fire up a test on a pancake in this one, a pancake in this one, and a pancake in this one, just to see what the difference looks like and how it handles on the same stove each time though. Alright, we'll get back in a minute. Alright, here we go. We're going to fill up the Moab here. I didn't even center it up on that thing. Actually, I'm going to take it out so I can see it getting full. There we go. Now I can see the fluid getting in there. Perfect. Turn that back up on in. You'll notice that I have a 2-foot hose on this one here because that's the way it was sent to me. I think it was an extra that Tinny had in the store and it just came that way. So, light that up. That is, just let that get hot for a second. I have here my version of the slip disc. It only gives me one other size, but it's a Pepsi bottom. And I throw it on there, it brings the flame down a little bit, because once that thing gets hot, the Moab I keep on there, it gets too hot for this skillet cooking. Great for cooking water, but just too hot for cooking on. So I let it go for a second. I got myself all mixed up already, my pancake mix here. I'll go ahead and pour some of that on there. Maybe. A little thick. Hopefully I didn't leave it too thick. I'm probably blocking everything with my hand, aren't I? About the way here. This is going to be a weird mix. This is a banana chocolate chip pancake mix. So I've never done something like this before. The chocolate chips will probably melt to the bottom of the pot for all I know. We shall see soon enough. So let's get a look at that. There we go. You can see the hunks of chocolate chip in there. And this is the, I'm sorry, what was the name of the store? Big Lots pot. So now that it's going, and it's starting to heat up, what I usually do, because of the nature of this stove being too hot for this particular circumstance, I take that and slip it on there. You don't use a lid when making pancakes, so I'm just going to set that aside. Get up a little bit here so we can watch that burn. There we go. Nice flame on that. Not too much flame. And you can see what I meant about the bottom of these pans, how the bottom of the pans, I'm going to show you with the other one here, have that swirl going all the way around them. Across it, probably a better design because it's not focusing very well. But anyways, that's good with this type of stove because you can see I have one flame coming up. And it's better to dissipate that heat out as much as possible because there is only one small flame coming up. So it's better to try and dissipate that out. And the nice thing about a slip disc would be that I actually need a little more fire than this, but I don't need a lot more. So I don't know what I can do to get a little more fire without having it all the way open. So I'll just go with what I have here, because all the way open is just too much. I'll go with what I have, and hope that it's enough. I'm going to bend this up so I can look underneath there so I can show you from the underside. I don't know if it'll focus way down there, but just so you can see, it's only hitting the middle of the pot there. It doesn't really spread out a whole lot. And as this heats up, though, it does tend to get a bigger flame, so we'll see how it does. Let's see how far I can get with this and see if I can just record all the way through. I only have 3 minutes and 3.5 minutes left on this video, so I may not be able to get a whole pancake done on one. Never really timed how long it takes to cook a pancake. And while that's cooking, while you guys are watching that cook a little bit, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pause the film because I need to grab a spatula of some sort so I can flip that. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got my light my fire spoon. I've cleaned it off a little bit. It's got somewhat of a spatula type look to the other side of it. Whenever I've made pancakes, I always learned from years past that when you're cooking pancakes, you're looking for the holes to not reseal once they pop. And we've got a couple, like there's one right there and one just happened, that are not resealing. So in my idea, that means this is now, well, that one just sealed. So it's just about ready to flip, but not quite yet because some holes are still resealing. And in all my days, I've always learned that when the holes stop resealing, that means it's ready to flip. And you can tell on the outside, these are done. Out here, I'm pointing and I'm not even there. But a few of them are not done, so I'll just give it another second here. When you flip them too early, they just don't cook well. There we go. Now we're talking. Now they're not resealing. Well, that one did and that one did. Those didn't. So I think we're on the verge here. We'll give it another second, and then I'll go ahead and flip this. Put the camera down. By the time I put the camera down, I think it'll be time to flip. Alright, let's see how I do with the flip. I'm going to record it so you guys can see it. See how bad I mess it up. I like to go around and just break the edges. And I like to try and crawl underneath it here with the fork on the side. Oh, let's see here. Now I like to take the pot and actually just let it flip. Oh, that was beautiful. I usually don't get that lucky. So, let's show you the top of that. Oh man, you can really smell the bananas. That's a pretty good flip. Now the opposite side is a little tougher to tell when it's done. So the theory I've always heard on the opposite side is when there's no steam left. But with such a small pancake, with such a small pancake, it's hard to see when the steam is gone. The steam is gone. So we're going to let this go just for a minute here. While it's cooking there, only about another minute left. I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're cooking here. So let me zoom out. Banana, chocolate chip, pancake, and waffle mix by Millville. Never had it before, but we'll find out. Maybe good, may not be. Okay, I didn't see any steam to start with, and I don't see any steam now, so I'm not sure what I'm in for here, but I need a plate, more importantly, to eat off. Go to the kitchen cabinet, grab myself a plate, and whenever you're having flapjacks, you gotta have syrup. Go to the pantry, get out some Aunt Jemima Country Rich syrup. Aunt Jemima Country Rich syrup. And we're going to bring that over here and just take a look and see what we have here. Usually the bottom, the only way to tell is to lift it up and look. I think we're perfect. Alright, ouch. A little on the warm side. So that one, good job. Let's see how the other ones do. And obviously I'm going to set it down and going to blow that out while I eat this. Check it later. Well, let me break it in half for you so you can see the inside real quick. Looks good to me.